Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley, and thank you for stopping by Ashley versus the Bookish Agenda. Today's video is a review of 99 Days by Katie Cotugno, and this is my most hated book of the year. I give this book 2 stars. This review might get ranty. I gave myself a couple of hours to calm down because I finished this last night at 8 and I wanted to hop up here, but I knew that I would be super upset. This book just had so much potential. I wanted to give it a 5 because of the nostalgia for me. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. In the early 2000s, I was obsessed with Lifetime Movie Network. I watched nothing but Lifetime Movie Network movies. I watched a lot of Tori Spelling movies and Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and this really brought me back to those days. I do have notes on my phone, which you probably can't see, so I'll be looking at those because there's points I want to get across. I'm not going to get into specifics of this book, but if you haven't read it and want to, I would say hold off on this review just because I don't know what you would consider a spoiler, but I'm not going to get into really super specifics. Okay, so let me start off with the great thing about this book. And the good point about this book is that it is social commentary on how women are ashamed for having sexual partners, while at the same time men are glorified for this behavior and given pats on the back. And I did like the message, but it got so diluted in the chaos and the toxic love triangle. I've never read a triangle that was so toxic on all 3 sides. Nobody in the main triangle was a good person. I hated them all. It's never happened to me before. And there was absolutely no character development in this book whatsoever. She said the same at the beginning as she did at the end. When I skimmed through, I got through 70% of this book and was so frustrated and mad. I was like, let me just see how the ending goes. And to jump to that, this is going to be all over the place. Forgive me. I have so many emotions about this. But the ending was so lackluster. I wanted her at the ending to realize she needed herself and not a relationship. I felt like she spent most of her time in this book just desperate to be with somebody, to the point where she often sacrificed herself, her self-worth, who she was, getting to know and love herself, to be in a relationship with 2 people that were toxic. Okay, let me go back to, let me go to the romance since I'm on it. Okay, I wasn't a fan of the romance in this book at all. I think we were supposed to love Molly with the main character, Gabe, but I didn't like it. She spent the whole book talking about how healthy her relationship with Gabe was, and I'm like, your relationship kind of started a year ago from cheating. I wouldn't say any relationship that stems from cheating is not a healthy one. And in the end, I was right because there is a revelation that Gabe and both Patrick revealed to her, and it shows me that they didn't even really care about her as a person. They more objectified her. She was an object to be won. She was just somewhat a victim caught in the crosshairs of a sibling rivalry that was really terrible. And what also upset me a lot was that she was with Gabe in this book, the one that she cheated on Patrick for. But she spent most of her internal dialogue talking about how much she missed Patrick and how she was jealous that Patrick had moved on with his current girlfriend, Tess. And there was even a scene in the book where they are all on a camping trip. It's Molly, Gabe, Patrick, Tess. their friend Imogen and her boyfriend, like who they call Handsome Jay, and Patrick and Gabe's tents were close together, and she saw Tess getting into the tent with Patrick, and she is so overcome with jealousy by this that she can't even make out with Gabe, who she supposedly loves and is in such a healthy relationship with, because she spends the whole internal dialogue talking about how she knows she shouldn't be jealous, but she doesn't want to be so close to them in the tent because she thinks that they are having sex. And I was just like, this girl is so confused. She needs to love herself. That's what really scared me the most about this book, is that it's catered to, well, young people. I would say young girls, but young people, because books really are genderless. It's no such thing as this is a girl book or a boy book. So this book is catered to young people, and nothing about this relationship was healthy at all. She justified cheating, which I feel like has no justification. She cheated in the book, even though cheating previously had given her, so much emotional pain, and pretty much a town turned against her. But yet she continued to cheat and lie. She continued consistently throughout this whole book to make the same mistakes, and it became so frustrating, because I don't want young people to read this book and think, oh my God, relationship goals, like everyone likes the hashtag on Twitter and Instagram, because it is not. This book is trash to the highest degree for me. I just, let me go. And I think it frustrates me so much because, like I said, it had such a great potential to deliver such a wonderful message, and it fell flat. It fell so flat. Let's see. Okay, some things I want to pick up in this book. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please, young people, never sacrifice your dreams for a relationship for anybody else. Okay, that's what I want to say. And please don't justify your problematic behavior, because there is no justification for it. And she had no, I felt like she was one of those people who was being the victim, but then at certain times in the book, she'd be like, well, this is what I deserve, I guess. You know, even though, so she was like trying to play the victim while at the same time somewhat, bad quotes, somewhat taking responsibility for what she did. But I really think it was more so taking responsibility, hoping that someone would be like, okay, we see she takes responsibility. Let's leave her alone and get back, you know, to our lives. Not saying that anybody in this book was justified, because I feel like the town and the people in it took it a little bit too far. She cheated, and that's wrong, but it's not like she committed murder. They were really going overboard with their treatment of her in this book. Okay, let me see. Yeah. So I think I don't recommend this book. You should see by my little rant. I tried to do a review. I'm probably all over the place. I'm sorry about that. I was just furiously typing last night as I was reading it in my notes app in my iPhone, because I was just so frustrated. Like I said, I got to 70%. After 70%, I couldn't take it. I flipped through the last 30%, and the book did not redeem itself, not one bit at all. And it sucks, because I thought this would be like my guilty pleasure read, because it had me so reminiscent of my early days of just being obsessed with um movies like like Speak, that you came on Lifetime and stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be a movie like that, or the Cheerleader 7 or something like that. I don't know if you remember that one about the cheerleaders that um I think had killed someone on Lifetime. I thought it was going to give me everything I needed, or the pregnancy pack, and it didn't. It is just trash. I ended up giving it 2 stars. It's probably, like I said at the beginning, my most hated book of the year. And so that is my review of 99 Days by Katie Cotugno. I was all over the place. I'm sorry, but it really upset me. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please follow me on all of my social medias, which will be linked in the description down below. And I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So help me by clicking that subscribe button and catching up with me. I post videos 3 times a week, and they usually are up by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you once again for stopping by my channel, Ashley versus the Bookish Agenda. And as always, until we meet again.